Again, I'm going to try trial and error. And I realize that people look at it and say, I don't even know where to start with trial and error. You start doing something, and I'm going to write this over here with the understanding that x plus y is equal to u. And what do you have there? 12u squared plus 17u minus 7. All right? So, looking at it, I'm looking at 12, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe if I start with small numbers, even if they're wrong, at least I'll be able to multiply it out. All right, small numbers. So what's a good small number for 12? I'm going to say 4u and 3u. Now, what's really nice about the 7? I don't have any choice on it. No choice whatsoever. But I got to get it right. All right, now what I mean by that, in 3 tries. So I'm going to say maybe 7 and 1. Now someone says, why would you say that? Well, it could be just a random guess. It doesn't really much matter. I need to try something. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm looking at it, and I'm going to say this over here. I'm not saying this is right. I'm just saying it's worth a try. Do you get the 12u squared? Of course you do. Do you get the minus 7 on the end? Of course you do. It's the 17u I'm worried about. Does that give it to me? Well, let's take a look at it. You would get minus 4 plus 21, which is 17. This worked beautifully, but now I got to put the u in. The u is x plus y. So you get 4x plus 4y plus 7. Then you can get 3x plus 3y minus 1. All right? I want to point this out to you, though. If you don't like doing trial and error, go directly to the AC. So what's the AC going to be? You need to identify what the A is 12, and the C is minus 7. All right? So, 12 and minus 7 multiplied together, you have minus 84. I'll show you where this is right over here. Whoops. Got this over here. My problem with this over here, again, it's maybe just my problem with it, but the minus 84 is a product of 2 numbers. And those 2 numbers, whatever they are, have to add up to the coefficient of the middle term, which is 17. They got you. Now, my trouble over here is getting those numbers, but looking at it, some analysis might be in order. I'm going to say minus 4 and 21. I want to point out to you, though, I hope you realize that we talked about those numbers before when I was doing the trial and error. I saw those numbers, minus 4 and 21. All right? Minus 4 and 21 does give me 17. And minus 4 times 21 is, in fact, minus 84. All right? So what do I do now? I take the middle term, and I break it into minus 4 and 21. Not so bad. All right? So someone says, what do you do with that? Well, it's a factoring by grouping problem. So what I'm going to do, well, if you factor the first 2, maybe I should write that down for you. So it's going to be, this is the first 2, by the way. I should probably write that down. What's common between those terms? X plus y. There's 2 terms there. What are you left off with? Oh, I'm sorry, there's also a 4. I missed it. 4, x plus y. You left off with 3, x plus y minus 1. All right, let's do the last 2 terms. What's common there? 7. What are you left over there? 3 times x plus y minus 1. What do you have now? These 2 terms, this is one term, that's another term, have something in common. And what is that? Well, looking at it, it's 3x plus 3y minus 1. What remains? Well, let's take a look. 4x plus 4y, that's from the first, plus 7. Are we getting the same thing? We better be. 3x plus 3y minus 1, 4x plus 4y plus 7. We're definitely getting the same thing, and that's good news. All right? Whatever method you use is the method you use. Thank you.